Welcome to US Golf TV, presented by Real Feel Golf Mats. In today's episode, we get a look at the new Neo Ghost Rangefinder from Bushnell. Klongerbo helps us manage our approach shots more effectively, and how understanding angle of attack can help us understand our own game. Tips, terms, tech, and more. US Golf TV tees off right now. Thanks for watching US Golf TV. I'm Jamie Heggie. Many golfers rely on the Bushnell name for all their rangefinder needs as the company continues to pace the industry with cutting-edge technology. But for many casual golfers, simple yardages and hazard distances may be all you really need. With the Neo Ghost Rangefinder, golfers get an easy-to-use tournament-legal device that gives you Bushnell's precision distances without all the added technology. PGA professional Todd Kolb got to try one out, and the simplified device has him impressed.
PGA professional Todd Kolb with another pro review, and today I'm taking a look at the Neo Ghost Rangefinder by Bushnell. We all know, it goes without saying, that Bushnell is the leader in the industry when it comes to rangefinders. And what I like about this new Neo Ghost Rangefinder is not only is it accurate and has great functionality, but you know what? It's kind of fun. It comes in a variety of different colors, so some people kind of want to add a little flair to their golf game and their golf bag. You can do that with a couple different colors. It's literally like a handheld rangefinder. It fits right in the palm of my hand. Comes with a clip. I can clip this onto my belt, onto my bag. I can put it in my pocket. It is simple and easy to use. In terms of functionality, here's what I like. First of all, when I got it in the mail for the review, it comes with a USB charger. So I literally charged it as I was driving to the golf course. Fantastic. I got out of the car, I was ready to go. It has GPS system. Over 30,000 courses already preloaded. So I'm here at my home course, I turned it on, GPS kicked in, found my home course. I was ready to go literally in a matter of seconds. Of course, features, that's always important, right? When you buy a rangefinder, what is it going to tell you? First of all, everything that you really need to know for the average golfer. Distance to the middle of the green, to the back of the green, and to the front of the green. That's really, for a lot of golfers, that's probably all you need. You get that with the Neo Ghost Rangefinder. Also, it has a cool feature that tells you how far you hit a shot if you want to know that. All right, if you want to know how far you hit a shot, click a button, walk to the next shot, or where you hit the ball, click it again. It'll tell you how far that ball traveled. Another cool feature is it allows you to scroll up and down on the holes. So maybe you're playing in a shotgun start and you happen to start on the 4th hole, you can literally just scroll up and down and you're on the hole that you need to. So when you're looking for functionality, if you want to have a little fun, but you need information, the basic information to play around a golf, the Neo Ghost Rangefinder by Bushnell is something that you're going to really like. If you want more information about this product or the other great products by Bushnell, be sure to check out their website.
With all the gadgets and cart GPS systems in golf today, many golfers will just take their yardages on approach shots and select a club based on that reading. But in this segment of course management, Klongerbo explains how wind speeds, elevation changes, and pin placement have more influence on whether or not to take a little extra club on a shot into the green.
Hey golfers, Klongerbo here with US Golf TV, and today we're going to talk about course management. And specifically when talking about course management, we're going to talk about approach shots into the green. Now, in the era of technology and laser finders and GPS watches and a lot of carts with GPS systems, a lot of times we just take our simple yardage, take our yardage to the pin either by zapping it or checking our watch, and we just go with it and we trust it. But I think there's a lot of other factors that really need to be played into each shot that might only take you an extra 30 seconds or a minute if you kind of practice it and get it into your routine. First I'd like to talk about is just the wind. This can kind of be checked in the morning, maybe before your round, just check the forecast and see what it's calling for. But then when you get out on the course, just feel out each shot. And a nice little template I like to use is for each mile per hour of wind, it should help or hurt the ball about 1 yard. So if you're playing maybe into a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind, you might be looking at adding maybe 8 yards to that shot. and the opposite's true for a downwind shot. So be sure to factor that in first. Secondly, I'd like you guys to take a look at the slope in which you're hitting the shot from. Am I hitting the ball down the hill? Am I hitting the ball up the hill? If you're hitting it uphill, maybe 5 yards, 10 yards, that's going to add those yardages to that shot because the ball's not going to have enough time to carry the distance you need. And the opposite's true going downhill as well. So once you've factored in the wind, you've factored in the slope, I'd also like you guys to be conscientious of where that pin is located on the green. If you have a back pin location, it's going to be important that you play to a spot maybe in front of that pin to give you the best chance to hit the green and to save shots. And the opposite's true for that front location. You may not want to hit the club that's just going to carry the creek and get to the front pin, but you may want to take that extra club, play towards the fat of the green, and perhaps save yourself a penalty stroke. Anyways, when you guys factor these all in, and you guys go ahead and take your wind, your slope, and playing to the fat of the greens, I think you guys are going to find out that you guys start saving shots in areas that you weren't before, and you'll start shooting lower golf scores.
Advancements in technology have really shown us the reason behind why golfers continue to slice, debunking a lot of old information. Old suggestions on fixing the slice included strengthening the grip or closing the club face, but Todd Kolb is back to explain why these tips could actually be making matters worse instead of fixing the real problem.
Hello golfers, PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb here again with you, and I'm back talking about one of the most common things that I see on the lesson tee, and that is the slice. And if you were here last time, we talked about this. We went over some old information, some incorrect information that I was taught years ago, over 20 years ago, when I entered the golf industry. And unfortunately, that information that I was given has led to a lot of poor suggestions on how to fix the slice. So if you've ever sliced a golf ball and you've ever read a magazine or taken a lesson on how to try to fix that, all right, in the last 20 years, here's 3 things that I guarantee you've probably heard. Number 1 is you were probably told to strengthen your grip. Unfortunately, that is not going to fix your slice in the long term. You probably were told to rotate your forearms or rotate your hands, however you want to phrase it. Once again, an old suggestion, unfortunately based on poor information that we know now is just incorrect. The other thing you might have been told is simply to kind of close the club face. That was kind of the end-all fix-all, right? Just aim the club face to the left. If you're a right-handed golfer and the ball will no longer go to the right, and then they think, hey, I fixed my slice. Unfortunately, as you've probably experienced, that's a short-term fix and does not work long-term. So here's the thing. These old suggestions were based on poor information. So what's the correct information, or how do I get on the right track? The good news is next time we visit this topic, I'm going to explain to you the correct information, and we're going to start talking about good suggestions and how to change that slice into a nice high draw.
Coming up after the break, we find out how angle of attack can affect the outcome of our golf shots, and later, how a couple tees can help us find the true center of the cup. All this and much more when US Golf TV returns.
I'm Todd Kolb with US Golf TV, and I'm here today talking with Ron from Antigua. Ron, we're visiting about hats. It's kind of a golf hat has become almost like a staple. It's like a golf ball and a golf tee and a driver, and a hat's kind of become a staple of golf. Let's talk a little bit about your guys' hat line and what's kind of new for this year.
Well, just to give you a little background, a few years ago we only had a couple of basic hats in the line, and we were asked by our customers, geez, we'd really like to see you expand. So we actually looked at perhaps going out and finding and maybe acquiring a hat company, and we made the decision internally that we would do it ourselves. And so our design team went about the business of doing a lot of due diligence, looking at what was in the market, a lot of fine product, and coming up with what would work for Antigua. And of course with Antigua we have all of our own complete, very large embroidery facility, and we converted all of our machinery to all be hat capable as well. So we're able to produce both the apparel and the headwear in our facility, give our customers excellent service in both those categories. And then one of the other things is we found that in certain cases some of our competitors' products, well, very fine products, did not, particularly in their fits-all styles, did not have as much fits-all capability as they should. So the Velcro on ours not only has the traditional ability to expand out and fit a bigger head, but we added additional stretch in the buckle and the side area with elastic. So headwear has become very important to Antigua.
So lastly, here, talk to me, you mentioned this a little bit earlier, but the other thing that, other than the size of the hat and the look of it, is how it feels in the performance. Like some hats, they feel like you wear, they're almost kind of hot, and some of them maybe breathe more. I don't know if the right terminology there, but what's different about, are there different materials that you're using in different lines?
The majority of this of our headwear is the technical fabrics that are like our garments. They're moisture management. They're going to take the moisture and wick it out into the fabric and then evaporate very quickly. The other thing that the moisture management fabrics do in a headwear is that they're easy to maintain and easy to clean. You can actually take this hat, and after you've used it and it might have gotten dirty, you can put it on the top rung of the dishwasher in your home and goes through a little wash. It comes out perfect.
A golf hat it's like a driver or a golf tee. It's just a staple of playing a round of golf, much like Antiguas. They're a staple in the golf community with their men's and women's clothing and the other things that are involved in. Now it's with hats. There's no question you got a winner. I love some of the features you've mentioned. Good. I don't think I need to tell you good luck because I know you already got a winner, but I'm looking forward to getting a couple of these, and I know my staff is as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Welcome back to US Golf TV, presented by Real Feel Golf Mats. Angle of attack is a term that you may have heard but may not understand. In this segment of Teaching with Technology, PGA professional Todd Kolb explains not only what angle of attack is, but also shows us how it should differ from club to club and shot to shot.
I'm PGA professional Todd Kolb with another segment of Teaching with Technology. And today I want to talk to you about a term we call angle of attack. Now, first of all, what is angle of attack? Well, in layman's terms, or in the most basic description, angle of attack is the angle that the club head, the center, the sweet spot of the club head, is traveling at the moment of impact. Now, that club could be traveling down, okay, which would be a negative angle of attack. It could be traveling neutral, which would be 0, or it could be traveling up, which would be a positive angle of attack. Now, why is this important to know? Well, first of all, different clubs, in order to hit a good shot, require different angles of attack. So I've got two examples. I got a driver here. Now, when I hit a driver, if I want to maximize my distance, it's best if I have a positive angle of attack so that the club head is traveling on an upward motion as it comes in contact with the golf ball. I've also got a 7-iron here. Now, that's a completely different situation because the ball is on the ground. In that situation, I want a negative angle of attack where I'm hitting actually down on the golf ball. And that could be 2 degrees, 3 degrees, 4 degrees. It's kind of up to you and your swing style and, of course, your golf instructor. The fact of the matter is that even as a golf instructor who literally watches thousands of golf shots every day, you cannot see the angle of attack with the naked eye. It is just literally impossible. That's why, of course, I use my Flight Scope X2 Elite because it tells me that exact number. And when I'm working with high-profile players, tour professionals, I need to know exact numbers. I don't want to be guessing. So what does it mean for you, the average golfer? It means this. If you're serious about your golf game, if you want to get better, if you want to maximize your driver distance, if you want to hit quality iron shots, you need to know what your angle of attack is. So you should find an instructor who has access to a flight scope or something along those lines so you can get that information. Angle of attack, the direction the club is traveling, angle down, neutral, or up at the moment of impact, an important key to hitting quality golf shots.
Coming up after the break, a putter training device that will finally point you in the right direction. And later, how to find the true center of the cup on putts that break. Stay with us. US Golf TV is back in just 2 minutes.
I'm PGA professional Todd Kolb, and I'm here at the PGA Merchandise Show. And David, you and I started a conversation here because we have a mutual friend in the game of golf here, and now we're talking about putters and this new invention that you've come up with. I want you to first of all just take a few minutes, tell me the name of your company and a little bit about the idea and kind of how you came up with this concept.
Yeah, absolutely. We started about 3 years ago in Raleigh, North Carolina, and you can see there we're the Navigator presented by Dirty Larry Golf. Dirty Larry was a starter at our local golf course, and I met him back in 2009, and he took a whole bunch of my money on the golf course. Anyway, this happened to a number of other students in the golf management program at NC State, and someone hung a sign in the pro shop, and they said, "Don't play with this guy, he's dirty, he'll take your money." And the name stuck, so when he approached me, he had pipe cleaners wrapped around this club, and I thought it was very interesting. He brought me on board to help grow it into what it is now. So we felt it only fitting to name the company in his honor. It's a face alignment device, all right? So we're training you to understand what square looks like. Now, with putting, that's virtually the only thing that matters. You know, path plays very little role in where the ball goes. So we started with pipe cleaners. We went through 9 prototypes, and we've got some alignment rods that show the consumer this is where the face is aiming. We wanted to give the user perception, and perception extending forwards. You know, a lot of putters have the line on the rear, and that works to some degree, but with the exaggerated aiming line forward here, you can take it and use it as a sight. You know, I like to say it's very simple and intuitive. You know, you set it down, and we take that white tip there, we point it at the center of the hole, and any slight variation in risk, you know, whether it's statically or dynamically, you can see a little bit easier based on this sight. So the lead aiming rod being longer than the trail aiming rod really gives you that extended perception of square.
So most importantly, I mean, if our viewers are taking a look at this, it's something that they want to purchase, because, hey, if you're going to be a good putter, you have to be able to aim the putter correctly. Where are they going to find more information? Where are they going to make a purchase?
Yeah, they're going to go to www.dirtylarrygolf.com. They can find everything they need to know there. They can read about us, our story.
Well, this is how great products are made. You have a young guy who's in college, probably getting hustled a little bit by some old guy over there at the course, exactly, and he says, "Enough of that. I'm gonna make a change here." Puts his mind together with somebody else, and they come up with a great product. David, good luck with it. I know you've got a winner, and we look forward to seeing you not only next year, but in many years to come. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it, man.
It's now time for another Daily Divot presented by the Prairie Secret. Phil Mickelson, a left-handed golfer, is actually right-handed. The 5-time major champion and World Golf Hall of Fame member first learned how to golf by watching his right-handed father's golf swing and mirroring it, and has played with left-handed clubs ever since. Lefty's 42 tour wins are the 9th most all-time, making him one of the most successful golfers of all time. Hard to imagine if he would have learned with his dominant hand. US Golf TV will be back shortly, so stay tuned.
I'm PGA professional Todd Kolb here, and we're at the PGA Merchandise Show. And John, we're talking a little bit about golf, but we're also talking about going to the beach and doing some snow skiing and all kinds of fun stuff. But today, it's the Merchandise Show, and we've got some activity going on in your booth here. I want you to, first of all, tell my viewers about your product, kind of, and how you came up with the idea.
Well, I teach 24/7 basically, and I used to use a lie board to help show my players that chunked it a little bit, just how close they were to hitting a great shot, because, you know, on a lie board the club slides through the ball and you can't chunk it. But the lie board was too thick and too rigid, so I got a thinner board, and then I painted the section green where they wanted to hit, and it worked so well they all started wanting to buy the board from me. So it evolved over the last 2-3 years, and we've come up with what we've got here. It's basically 3 easy steps. Step 1, just hit the board. Swing down the center line and hit the board trying to hit in the green zone. Step 2, we put a ball there. As long as you hit the board, the ball goes flying. You can chunk it by 6 inches and the club slides through. Step 3, you turn the board around, because once you can hit in the green section, step 3, you turn the board around, put the ball in front of what we call the swing notch, and try to miss the board swinging through the swing notch. And even if you chunk it, the board makes the club slide into the ball. But the neatest thing is, you know, the PGA has challenged us with making the game a little easier, and the tee it forward program, and telling folks that struggle to tee it up in the fairway and just have fun with the game. And, you know, my swing board is easier to hit off of than hitting it off a tee in the fairway. And it helps you with your alignment. You line the board up to your target, you line yourself up to the board, and as long as you hit the board, that ball's going to go to your target.
Because one of the things that you just mentioned perfectly, we're trying to grow the game, and helping somebody make solid contact, of course, is going to get them a little bit more excited about it and hopefully keep them playing longer. And so for my viewers, if they want to find the product, they want to buy the product, where are they going to go? Where are they going to find out more information?
Well, you can go to our website at puritgolf.com, Purit Golf, no E, Purit golf.com, or myswingboard.com.
This is one of the exciting things, as we always tell you about the PGA Show, is here you got John who just wants to help people play better golf, has an idea, brings it to market, and multiple ways you can use this. It's going to be a good show. John, good luck with the product, and good luck with the rest of the year for you.
Thank you very much, Todd.
Welcome back to US Golf TV, presented by Real Feel Golf Mats. Making putts with break in them requires more precision, and knowing where the ball will enter the cup is a big factor in understanding the path of the ball. In this segment of On the Lesson Tee, Todd Kolb is back again to show us how using a couple of tees can help us train our eyes to see what he calls the true center of the cup.
I'm PGA professional Todd Kolb with another segment of On the Lesson Tee. And today we're talking about making putts that have a lot of break to them. And we know lots of times on the putting green we like to practice straight putts, but the reality of it is when we get out on the golf course, very seldom do we actually have a putt that's perfectly straight. So let's talk a little bit about that, how we can navigate that and see that ball go in the hole more often. So what I've got here is about a 15-foot putt that has a lot of break to it. Now what I mostly see amateur golfers do is they'll set up to the putt and they'll draw a straight line visually with their eye from the ball on a straight line to the cup. Now the reality of it is that the ball's not going to roll on a straight line, and we've kind of demonstrated that here visually by putting down 4 different golf balls where we actually see the ball and the angle that's going to arc into it. So what we like to call this is we call trying to find the true center of the cup. So we do a simple drill called the gate drill. We take a couple tees, we put them down and we angle them so that they're actually centered with where the ball is going to be entering the cup from the angle that it's arcing into the hole. So if we want to make more putts, you have to visually see where the ball is going to actually enter the cup. This gate drill is a wonderful way for you to practice that.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of US Golf TV. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter for engaging original content, free giveaways, in-depth product reviews, innovative golf tips, and more. We'll see you online at usgolftv.com or check out our YouTube channel for more great videos. For more continuous golf news, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. For US Golf TV, I'm Jamie Heggie. We'll see you next time. Simplified device has him impressed.
That I can usually, sorry.
Yeah, I screwed that last part up.
That can help you figure that out. Sorry, I didn't know where to wrap that up.
I know, now I'm psyching myself out.
Specifically, you have with each shot, I'll just start, I'll say you specifically twice.